When we start exploring new career directions, one of the biggest challenges isn't just practical, it's personal. It's the story we have been telling ourselves and others about who we are and what we do and what matters most. For many healthcare professionals, that story will sound something like I'm a physio, I work in the NHS, I help people move better, that is just who I am. But as your priorities shift, maybe towards more balance, more creativity, or more autonomy, that story can start to feel too tight, like a jacket that doesn't quite fit anymore. Today's video is about rewriting that story, not by throwing out everything you've done, but by reframing your identity around something deeper than your job title. So let's break this shift in identity down into 3 steps for clarity. So step 1, name the shift. Start by noticing what is changing inside you. Maybe you're no longer content with just doing the work. Maybe you want to teach, to lead, to create. So try writing a sentence that begins with something like, I used to think I wanted X, but now I'm more interested in Y. So an example could be, I used to think I wanted to climb the ladder in my NHS role, but now I'm more interested in creating something of my own that supports others in a different way. This simple sentence helps you catch your career story in motion, and that is powerful. Step 2, make your story bigger. So widen the lens. Your career isn't just a list of roles, it's a thread of interests, values, experiences. So think about this, if your old story is, I'm just a clinician, that's all I've ever known, your new story could be, I have spent years developing deep expertise in supporting people through change. Now I want to use those skills in new ways, maybe in education, in coaching, or innovation. Do you feel the difference? The second version gives you space to grow, and it leaves room for new chapters, ones that you haven't written yet. Step 3, start saying it out loud. This is where things get real. Begin using parts of your new story in safe, low-stakes conversations. So it might sound like, I've been working in physio for over a decade, but lately I've been exploring ways to combine that experience with teaching and content creation. Or maybe it's, I'm still in healthcare, but I'm starting to think more about how to support other clinicians with mindset growth. Saying it out loud makes it real, not just to others, but to you. You don't need to have all of the answers yet. You just need to show up in the story you are beginning to tell. And these are designed to feel natural, like low pressure and conversational, like trying on a new identity gently rather than announcing this big shift. And if you're not sure, but you're curious, you could say, I'm still figuring out what's next, but I know I want something that gives me more flexibility and creativity. And here's why this step is so important. When you change the story you're telling, you change what you're able to see. You start noticing opportunities that might match your new direction, not the one you're trying to outgrow. And perhaps more importantly, you start building the identity shift that makes change sustainable. Because if you're still clinging to your old identity and old story, any new career move will feel temporary or fragile. But if your story has space for change, then the new path becomes this natural step, not a risky departure. And as you start telling that new story out loud, remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. So in this next step, we'll look at how to build a support team around you for your career shift, so you're not walking this path alone.